Hey guys, it's your girl BeauRakes here. I am making my fried chicken today. I have several different recipes that I would do, but it just kind of depends on what I have at home. But the husband really wanted some, Mr. BeauRakes, so I am obliging him and making my amazing fried chicken. Very easy, very quick, simple ingredients. You don't need a whole lot. Just a little flavor, a little spices, and a little love and care. Okay, so I started with the whole chicken and cut it into all the proper pieces: wing, breast, thigh, leg. But you can also get your chicken cut up at the store, whatever pieces you actually like, white or dark meat, it doesn't really matter. I like to season my chicken a little bit before putting it in the flour. Some people save their seasoning for only the flour. That's not how I roll. So this chicken here is already seasoned with a little salt, pepper, and paprika. And then I have 3 large eggs in this bowl here that are beaten and whipped, ready to be dipped. And my bowl of flour with most of the main seasonings. And I use pink Himalayan sea salt because we like everything kind of spicy. I use a little cayenne. These ingredients are from the local farmers market, which is why they come in these containers. Some people are like, what is that? I am partially Hispanic, so I always throw in a little adobo, Goya, in my seasonings and pretty much anything, because it just kind of brings out a great flavor for whatever you're using, and a little black pepper, and that's it. So the recipe will be in the link below, and we're about to get started frying this chicken. The oil has been on high for about 10 minutes now, so it should be ready to go. We're gonna get started. Okay, so we're gonna first test and see if this oil is hot enough to get started, which I'm sure it is. But I just sprinkle a little bit. Oh yeah, it is sizzling. All right, so that's ready. Turn it down just a little bit. So you're just gonna take your chicken and do a nice coat of egg. You're gonna put it in the flour. Do a nice coat of flour. And do that with each piece, so on and so forth. Make sure that egg gets really good in there so this flour will stick and it'll be nice and crunchy. And we can probably fit one more piece of chicken in this flour, and then we're gonna transfer it to this nice piping hot grease over here. Let's see if we can fit a breast in there. All right. Again, we're coating this chicken breast with the egg mixture. And we're gonna slide this over and get that in there in that flour. Sometimes I cook with gloves at home, sometimes I don't. When I fry chicken, I like to, because I kind of hate the sticky flour residue on my fingers. I feel like I have to wash my hands even more than I already do. So that's why I have gloves on. You know, obviously if I'm cooking for a bunch of people, a lot of times I will as well. But definitely when I'm frying any kind of chicken, fish, shrimp, whatever. All right. All right. Gonna add our first piece of chicken here. Oh yeah. It's already starting to brown and pop a little bit, as you can see. So at this point, now that the grease is pretty hot, I've turned it down on the stove so it doesn't start burning too quickly. I'm gonna add my other piece of chicken. And so on and so forth. And I will come back to you guys with the finished result. All right. Okay guys, so right now, I've already flipped this piece over and this piece, but these have been cooking on one side for about 7 minutes. So I'm just gonna flip it over and cook it on the other side for another 7 minutes. And let these babies still go on, but as you can see, everything's nice and golden. I guess the outer sides of the pan are a little hotter since these are a little browner, but anyway, as you can see, it's going pretty nicely. Again, I turned the stove down a little closer to medium, just because the oil was nice and hot. And again, you don't want it to cook too fast on the outside and then be raw on the inside. So you want to initially have the stove nice and hot for that initial crisp, but then, you know, you turn the stove down and let it start simmering through. And I'll be back with the finished product for you guys. So the chicken has been cooking on each side about 7 or 8 minutes on each side. So if you don't have a thermometer at home like I do, because I cook a lot, then there's other ways to make sure your chicken is done. The chicken, if you do have a thermometer, should read 165, and it does. It's really small, but it's on the outside right here. If you don't have a thermometer, then you can also cut into it and make sure the juices are clear. If your chicken is pretty firm, then it more than likely is done. But you basically should at least stick a fork in it, maybe take a little knife and cut off a piece. It's okay if you tear at least one piece of chicken apart just to make sure you're not making anybody sick. But this chicken is all done. So I'm going to sit it over here on my cutting board and let the oil drain off a little bit. And I'll be back when it's all done and ready to take a bite into. Alright guys, so the chicken is done. It is cooling off. I still want to take like a tiny little bite. So, oh yeah, that fell right off the bone. Oh, a piece of that fell too. Oh yeah, that's really good. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and leave me any comments you have. Thanks.